Hi there, it's Bronwyn from Rap. Now, I've been working on a mix of a song called I Wanna Know, and I thought to share some vocal compression tips with you today. So, I'm working in Logic Pro X, but you can use these tips in almost any compressor in any DAW. Knowing the flavor and the type of compressor that you're using will help you really achieve the dynamic control with the character and the response that will enhance your track. Logic has 7 different kinds of compressors available, and I'll go into detail about these in a different video. But today, the tips and techniques that I want to show you, I'm just going to help you get your vocals sit nicely in your mix. So let's get started. The first thing you want to do is you want to have a look at the attack time and start with a moderate setting around 5 milliseconds or so. You can adjust the attack knob control while listening to the consonants of your vocals. If you want more of the consonants, then you want to slow the attack down. And if you want less, then you're going to speed the attack time up. The release time, what this does, will control the shape of the tail end of the words and the phrases of your vocal performance. Now, you can set the release time to be as fast as possible, and this will basically lift the low-level details like the breaths and the tail end of the phrases, but it can also help make a vocal performance sound like really aggressive and a lot more passionate. And this works really, really nicely on genres like mainstream pop, rock, and EDM. But if you want the vocals to sound a little bit more natural and subtle, we call it being transparent rather than noticeably processed, then you want to have a look at setting the release time to follow the natural dynamics of the performance. Your threshold and your ratio, these work very nicely together. This basically controls how much compression is going to be applied, and they work at their best when you tweak them together. A quick method is to basically set the ratio to a moderate 3:1 setting. And now we're going to listen to the vocal track. And we're going to listen to the vocal track in context with the rest of the mix. We're not going to solo the vocal track. And we'll pull down the threshold until we see some gain reduction. And then we'll use the makeup gain over here so that we make sure that we're not losing too much level in our vocals. So let's go ahead and have a look at what this, or have a listen to what this sounds like.
Lights on me, I am in a big hole, kinda pretty. I see the day all dancing around me, and I'll be dead too. Yeah, I wanna know why I'm here, it seems like the hill. Yeah, I wanna.
Okay, so we're going to adjust the threshold ratio and the makeup gain until we hear each word of the performance nice and clearly. But now, if the threshold is too low and the words are lost, then we can adjust the ratio. But if we find that the compression is too harsh when we adjust the ratio, then obviously we can go back and adjust the threshold and the ratio until you find the performance that you're looking for. Let me demonstrate that.
Lights on me, I am in a big hole, kinda pretty. I see the day all dancing around me, and I'll be dead too. Yeah, I wanna know why I'm here, it seems like the hill. Yeah, I wanna know why now. I'm feeling great. Lights on me, I am in a big hole, kinda pretty. I see the day all day.
All right, so we have something that we can work with, and I've saved it as a preset what I eventually landed up with for the vocal compression setting in this particular track. So I'm going to quickly just load that, And you can see that I chose a different compressor. I really like the sound of it. Let's have a quick listen. I hope that this video has inspired you a little bit and given you some useful tips on vocal compression. Please visit our website, raponline.net, to download some articles on compression, and I'll catch up with you next time.
Lights on me, I am in a big hole, kinda pretty. I see the day all dancing around me, and I'll be dead too.